Imagine a professional life where success and spirituality don't just coexist, but they actually fuel one another, where your career achievements are a reflection of your deepest values. Look, this just isn't a dream. It's a reality that you can create, and I am here to show you a few simple ways how. I believe that we're diving deep into an incredibly important topic for faith-driven professionals. Look, I get it. It is so easy to compartmentalize our work lives from our spiritual lives. But what if I told you that merging these two things could lead to the most fulfilling professional life you have ever possibly experienced? All right, let's dig in a little bit on this together. I think you'd agree that your career, your job is more than just a way to earn a living. It's definitely that, but I'm sure you'd agree that it's more than that. What I want to help you to understand is your professional life, your job, your career, your role is an opportunity for you to express and share your beliefs and your values with other people. And even more importantly, it's an opportunity for you and I to answer the call that God has on our lives. And what's amazing is when our work is in alignment with our faith, it brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment that I think is unmatchable, even to practical financial success, though that's incredible too. I've walked this path myself. I remember when I was laid off of my corporate job in 2011, and I was out interviewing. I had quite a few incredible opportunities, but I called my wife one day and I said, you know what, I can't do this. I can't go work for anybody else anymore. And one of the primary reasons was because I could no longer continue to compromise my faith and my values for a paycheck. And that's what often has to happen when we work for organizations that don't align with our faith and our values. But when I went all in on my business and I was able to live out my faith and my values, it brought a whole new sense of purpose, of authenticity, and alignment to my life, my professional life that I had never experienced before. So here are 3 practical tips that you can use to put your professional life and your spiritual life into alignment with one another. Number 1, set values-driven goals. Define goals based upon how they align with your values and with your faith. Choose projects, choose roles that align with your beliefs, and incorporate the things that you believe God is calling you to live out in this world. Number 2, embrace faith-based decision-making. You know, we're often faced with difficult choices in our professional careers. It's so important to go back to the Word of God and pray to God so we can hear from God and understand what truly is right and wrong as it relates to what He's calling us to do. And number 3, cultivate a supportive network. You know, it is no better in your professional world than to be able to align yourself with other like-minded individuals that share in your faith fuel, that desire to serve the same purpose you do, which is ultimately to glorify God in your professional world. A community like that can provide accountability, it can provide fuel, it can provide so much inspiration that you and I need to continue to do the best we can and overcome a lot of the challenges that we face in our professional lives. And I know all of this comes with its own unique set of challenges. Challenges are inevitable to our professional journey. They're inevitable in life. Jesus said, in this world, you will have tribulation. But I would say that approach those challenges as Jesus calls you to, is to look them in the face, to understand why they are there, to determine whether or not you were to step through them or avoid them. Through that, you develop a sense of personal awareness, you build resilience, and ultimately you gain perspective to do what's necessary to achieve the goals that God has laid on your heart. Ultimately, this is about transforming challenges into opportunities for growth, learning, and ultimately your path to success. And one more thing that I definitely want to say, you know, as it relates to our biblical calling and our professional career, one thing that we cannot neglect is self-care. This is talked about a lot, but I don't think it's emphasized enough. We need to make sure that we're caring for ourselves, that we're resting, that we're recovering, that we have a good, healthy relationship with the Lord and with God's people, that we're respecting our own limits, that we're paying attention to our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This is all incredibly important. It's more important in my mind than our professional achievements, but if you want to focus on your professional achievements, those things need to be in order to achieve the greatness that I believe you and I are called to. Your professional life is an incredibly important part of God's call on your life. Anybody that says otherwise is crazy to me. That means that it's critical for you to align your faith with your career. That will set you up for success. That will provide a greater sense of fulfillment and meaning to the work that you do every single day, regardless of the work that you're doing every single day. So my challenge to you, in addition to applying those 3 practical tips that I shared earlier, is to actually begin by evaluating whether or not your faith actually aligns with the work that you're doing, with the organization that you work for, with the role that you're playing, with the clients that you're serving. Remember, a career that's driven by a deep sense of belief and faith is more than just successful, though it'll definitely be that. But it's satisfying, it's impactful, it's meaningful, and ultimately it's glorifying to the God that created us and put us here in the first place.